Now, we talked a lot in the past couple of days about the importance that Scotland had for the Queen for obvious reasons. We know how important Balmoral was to her, but also Edinburgh. The Palace of Holyrood House is the Queen's official residence in Scotland, and the place behind me, St Giles Cathedral, is of course an important place too. This is where she received the honours of Scotland in 1952, just after her coronation on her first trip to Scotland. And 70 years on, a very, very different service taking place here, a service of remembrance for her life. That's something that the crowd stayed for. We heard it through loudspeakers here as well. But what next then? The royals have made their way back down to the Palace of Holyrood House. We understand that they are going to be returning here in around about an hour's time for a vigil at St Giles. The King, Prince Andrew, Prince Edward and Princess Anne, as well as William and Harry, and we understand Kate and Meghan too will be attending that vigil here. After that, the doors should open and many of the thousands of people who have been waiting patiently in queues snaking around the city will be able to file through and see the coffin and pay their final respects. The queues, I understand, at the moment are snaking back as far as the Meadows. Now, for those who understand the geography of Edinburgh, they will know that that is not close to St Giles. So a lot of people waiting to see the Queen. And she will lie in state here for 24 hours. And after that, she'll make the final journey back down to London, to Buckingham Palace via RAF Northolt. Andrew.
Jack, very many thanks. A long queue saying something about Scotland's relation with the late Queen. Now, you may have seen the new King meeting leaders of the Westminster opposition parties recently. Among them, quite clearly, the SNP parliamentary leader Ian Blackford in his kilt. I spoke to him a little earlier, and I started by asking him for his reflections on the new King.
Well, I've been privileged because of the role that I have, that I've met the King, met him as Prince of Wales on a number of occasions, and I have to say, I've got the utmost admiration for him as an individual. He's a tremendously engaging character. He's always happy to talk with you and talk about a wide range of subjects. And I'm reflecting the meeting that we had on Saturday, and of course it's never pertinent to talk about what you actually discussed, but what I can say is that we were there for an awful lot longer than we were supposed to be, and that's the measure of the man. He's fantastically engaging, and whilst of course it's a somber period with the passing of the Queen, I've no doubt that King Charles he's had a very long apprenticeship and is ready for the role, and I think he might surprise some people, perhaps some of the sceptics in particular.
Well, he's certainly somebody, we know this from many sources, who's interested in ideas, he's interested in history. And so perhaps he won't be surprised. I said at the beginning of the show that the Scots have a different relationship, a subtly different, but an importantly different relationship with monarchy than do the English. Would you agree with that, first of all, Ian?
I would, and I think you can see that in the way that the Queen has behaved over many decades, the relationship that she has with Scotland, in particular with Aberdeenshire, in particular with the communities around Balmoral. And there's something that perhaps even goes back for centuries, goes right back to the Declaration of Arbroath, if you like, and it spoke about the King of Scots, not the King of Scotland. And of course, many people, myself included, have referred to the Queen as the Queen of Scots. She is the first amongst equals. She is our Queen, but she's very much one of us. And I think that informality that she was able to celebrate in many respects in Balmoral was quite important. She could be herself. She could drive in her Land Rover. And many stories of her doing that and talking with people. And to be herself, not to perhaps feel that she's having to be on show all the time for people, but to be able to relax. And I think, it's quite sad to say that she spent her last days in Balmoral and probably died in the place that she may well have wanted to do so. And, I think when we think about all the events of the last few days and think about that procession down from Braemar to Edinburgh yesterday, I have no doubt that is something that the Queen herself would have planned.
Ian, without overloading people with history, we should explain, I suppose, the Declaration of Arbroath, quite a complicated document, but it's effectively the Scots under Robert the Bruce saying to the Pope, look, we choose our own king. It's not nobody's foisted it on us, and that's why you say that tradition has carried on for so long. And then there was the claim of right, where effectively the Scottish Parliament in 1689 again said, the king is the king, not because God has decreed it, but because we, the Parliament, want it.
That's correct, and it's an interesting debate, isn't it, Andrew? Because it goes back to that issue of where does sovereignty lie, and there's the principle across England that it's Parliament in the name of the Crown that is sovereign. There's that long-held principle in Scotland that it's the people that are sovereign and are sovereign through their Parliament. So it's a different proposition. It's been tested in some cases in court way back in 1953, and you'll know the case, McCormick versus the Crown, and it was argued by the opinion of the Court of Session that parliamentary sovereignty is a purely English concept that has no counterpart in Scottish constitutional history. So look, it is interesting, and it's obviously it's part of that discussion that we're having about the claim of right and the period that you're talking about, and indeed the claim of right that we saw being debated, led by Kenya Wright before the establishment of the Scottish Parliament.
So this is
these things.
I'm sorry, I was going to say this is living history, and for people listening and thinking, yeah, but it doesn't really mean anything these days, there is quite a distinct note of Scottish republicanism inside the Scottish nationalist family, more among young people, but it is there.
What?